Hello English learners, wherever you are. Welcome back to the English room with Mr. Master Yoga. In this session, we'd like to discuss a very important topic, types of questions. As we know, there are many types of questions in English, but in this session, we'll just focus on discussing about these two basic types of questions in English, yes-no question and WH question. What is actually yes-no question? So that's our focus of discussion in this session. Yes-no question. There are a couple of characteristics about yes-no question. First, yes-no question requires short response. Only short response. And then yes-no question always start with to be. It can be am, is, are for present B or was and were for past B. It also starts with verb auxiliaries for verbal sentence. We have do, does, or did. Depends on the tense of the sentence. We can also start a yes-no question with modal auxiliary like can, will, etc. If the sentence is in perfect tense, we can also use have or has or had to start a yes-no question. Okay, English learners, let's double check some examples in yes-no question. We have a sentence, he is in Malang today. He is in Malang today. Some people sometimes make like wrong question with the sentence. They sometimes make he is in Malang today. That's the incorrect examples of yes-no question. The correct example should be is he in Malang today? We use to be is. So this is nominal sentence. He is in Malang today. So we have be is in this sentence. So we put the be at the beginning of the question or of the sentence. Is he in Malang today? The answer can be very short. Yes, he is. Or no, he isn't. But sometimes some people choose to have longer answer, which is fine. So, is he in Malang today? Yes, he is in Malang today. So that's the examples of yes-no question using nominal sentence. Okay, now let's check another example of a nominal sentence. The students are very diligent. We have to be are here because the subject is the students and we have predicate diligent. So like I said before, whenever you have to be in a sentence, just put the be in the beginning of a yes-no question. So the question should be, are the students very diligent? So we have are here to be in the beginning of the yes-no question. Are the students very diligent? The response will be yes, they are, or no, they are not. Well, some people might use the question in the wrong way. They do not put the to be in the beginning of the sentence. So some will say, the students are very diligent. The sentence that I write in red is wrong. Examples of the yes-no question because they do not have the to be in the beginning of the sentence. Some people might answer in a long response, which is acceptable. So, are the students very diligent? They can respond, yes, they are very diligent. But short response should be enough in a yes-no question. So, learners, That was the two examples of a yes-no question in a nominal sentence, putting to be in the beginning of the question, because in nominal sentence, all the sentence has to be. Now let's see what happened or how to create the yes-no question in a verbal sentence. There is no to be in a verbal sentence, so we will need verb auxiliaries, or we will have modal auxiliary and others. So I'll just give you one example in the verbal sentence. He wants to travel. We have the verb wants here. He wants to travel. Because there is no be in this sentence, to make a yes-no question, we will need a verb auxiliary. And we'll see the sentence of the tense of this sentence is simple present. So we'll use either do or does as the auxiliary. And because we have subject he here, so we will use auxiliary does. The yes-no question will be, does he want to travel? Please look at the word, the verb in the sentence want, yeah? After we have auxiliary does, the verb changed into infinitive form. So wants changed into the infinitive form want. Does he want to travel? So we use does here because the subject is he. The answer will be yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. Some people might make the question in the wrong way. He wants to travel without putting auxiliary, which is wrong. So the sentence I write in red is the example of wrong yes-no question. Some people might also answer long response, which is fine. Does he want to travel? Yes, he wants to travel. That's an example of yes-no question in a verbal sentence using simple present tense. Now, let's see another example. This sentence using simple past tense. She attended a seminar yesterday. She attended a seminar yesterday. We can see that this is simple past tense because we have the time signal yesterday. She attended a seminar yesterday. So attended is verb 2. Because this is simple past sentence, when we have to make a yes-no question, we have to use verb auxiliary or auxiliary did. Yeah, that's the only auxiliary in simple past sentence. So the question, the yes-no question will be, did she attend a seminar yesterday? See the verb attend. The verb in the sentence, the first sentence, she attended is a verb 2, but after having auxiliary did, the verb 2 changed also into infinitive verb of verb 1. Did she attend a seminar yesterday? The response will be yes, she did, or no, she didn't. Once again, the sentence I write in red is the wrong example of yes-no question because it doesn't put did, auxiliary did in the beginning of the sentence of the question. She attended a seminar yesterday. That's the examples of wrong yes-no question. Okay, English learners, that was the two examples of yes-no question in a verbal sentence. One in simple present tense, another one is in simple past tense. Now let's see how to use or how to make a question, a yes-no question using modal auxiliary. We have a sentence, they can speak Chinese. They can speak Chinese. Can here is modal auxiliary. So if you want to make a yes/no question, whenever there is a modal auxiliary modal verb in a sentence, just put the modal verb in the beginning of the sentence. So the yes/no question will be, can they speak Chinese? So we put can, which is modal verb, here in the beginning of the sentence. Can they speak Chinese? Yes, they can, or no, they cannot. Yeah, again, the sentence I write in red is a very common error made by English learners. They do not put verb can here in the beginning. They can just say they can speak Chinese. This is the examples of wrong yes/no question. So some also wants to answer long response, which is fine. Yes, they can speak Chinese. It's also acceptable. But a short response in yes/no question will be enough. All right. Now let's see if the sentence is in perfect form. So we have two examples. One is the boys have eaten pizza. The boys have eaten pizza. This is simple, present perfect tense. So we have here. So whenever you have or has or had in a sentence, you can just put the word have or has or had in the beginning of a yes/no question. So the question will be, have the boys eaten pizza? Have the boys eaten pizza? Yes, they have, or no, they have not. Okay, so this is one example of a sentence using have in perfect form. So another example is, she has finished her homework. So again we have has here in the perfect form. She has finished her homework. To make the yes/no question, just simply put has in the beginning of the question. Has she finished their homework? Has she finished her homework? Yes, she has. Or no, she hasn't. You can also simply answer long response. Yes, she has finished her homework. However, we cannot make a question without putting has in the beginning. She has finished her homework. That's a typical wrong yes/no question because they do not put has in the beginning of a sentence. So learners, that's very much about yes/no question, the characteristics and the examples of how to make a yes/no question. Once again, please remember that in a yes/no question, there are two main characteristics. That is, it takes short response, and it always starts with to be, or verb auxiliary, or modal auxiliary, or in perfect we have to start with have, has, or had. So this is very important to understand that having this verb or to be or verb auxiliary in the beginning of a yes/no question is very basic. That's it from me about yes/no question. We will discuss about WH question, which is the second type of basic question in English, in the next session. Stay tuned, then I will see you in the next session discussing about WH question. Bye for now.